Chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Shalom, shalom. Before I start this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching his word in all sincerity and truth. To the few sisters that listen and subscribing to this word, shalom. It's the brother Dama Agabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, so this is not going to be a long lesson, but I want to start this with 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 to show you that we should not be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And we need to pay close attention to what's going on in all of these third world countries and countries around the world as far as the CBDC is concerned, and how they're rolling it out and the requirements and how they're, forcing the people. Basically, he's giving them ultimatums whether, they're going to, he's going to leave it on the table to where he's going to leave it with very little options, man. Either you're going to get down and bow down to his system, or you're going to suffer or pay the price. And I say that because look at what they're doing over here in Brazil. And you have to understand, whatever they're doing in Brazil eventually is going to come here to the States. These different third world countries and poorer nations are like testing grounds for how they're going to eventually bring all that shit here to the States. It says what? Social credit Brazilian style. All UBI recipients must be vaxxed, you see? Because prior to them passing this law, everybody who's receiving UBI, which is a universal basic income, which is basically a welfare system, money given to the poor by the government in order for them to function and to buy food and groceries and whatever, a total dependent type of lifestyle, and they basically had these people over there in Brazil sucking off of the tit, and then boom, they dropped the hammer. Now, in order for you to continue to receive it, now you have to be vaxxed. And it's going to be the same when they drop this CBDC. Now, at first, they might let you, have a easier way of attaining it. It might be through a debit card or some type of issue card. But then once the people are dependent, once they've been, get comfortable with it, then they're going to drop the hammer saying what? Okay, now in order for you to receive your CBDCs, now you have to get this Karagma. You have to get the MOTB. All right. Because the way the system works, this is they're going to deceive you and tell you some bullshit. But ultimately, they're going to gradually hook you, and then they're going to drop the hammer on you, man. So this is why, we're not ignorant to Satan devices. We know that how this devil operates and how he's going to slowly but surely, get you people so dependent on, your universal basic incomes and getting your CBDCs after he collapses this economy, after he takes away your cash, your gold and your silver and your way of being independently financially secure. He's going to he's going to make it be like to where, in order for you to get into the stores, in order for you to function, he's going to bring you into this new digital system, which will be probably card based first. He might make it a way for everybody to get it, which will be, something familiar, like a debit card or whatever. And then eventually he's going to come with that, something similar to this. You see? So I'm going to read a little bit of this article. It's real long, but I'm just going to read the main points that I want to show you. But just to show you, look, man, we can't be ignorant to how this devil is going to move, man. He's very crafty. He's very shrewd. He's very deceptive, man. And he's going to trap the people. It says anybody who seriously thinks that universal basic income programs of the future won't be full blown social credit system. And that's exactly what it is. It's a social credit system, just like the CBDC is. But they're not going to just, dunk you in right away. They're going to, little by little. They're going to allow you to have it. It's going to seem like it's good and it's working. And then eventually, once you're comfortable, then they're going to drop the hammer. Then they're going to come with the ultimate, alternative. Look, nigga, either in order for you to continue to take this shit, now you're going to have to, the new system is going to be based off putting this Karagma in you. That's the only way it's going to work. That's how we're going to do it. So either you're going to do it or we're going to cut you off, man. Point blank, period. And watch. It says, look no further than Brazil, where newly selected socialist globalist Lula da Silva just decreed that the Bolsa Familia program will require family members to be vaccinated in order to continue receiving benefits, you see? So that they got them comfortable, they got them hooked on it. And then once the people are so dependent on it that, they know it's going to come every month, that's when they're going to be able to take all of the negotiations and the bargaining chips off the table and tell you, look, either you're going to do this or you're not. And they know that a lot of people are going to be so dependent, especially when they crash this current system. And that's the only way that you can so-called get money or buy food or go into the store is going to be through that system. A lot of people are going to be, that's going to be that hour of temptation. It's either you're going to have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai or in a higher power, or you're going to continue to trust in this government, which, a lot of people are going to choose, the government. It says the news comes via the Rio Times, which described the Bolsa program as a social welfare program for the poorest families in Brazil and a kind of universal basic income. And that's what they're going to do. After they crash this economy, it's only going to be the super rich or the super poor. And we know that the majority of all people on this earth, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are going to be on the poor end of the spectrum, And like I said, they're going to let you suck on the government tit. They're going to allow you to, use your little CBDCs and function and buy and do particular things until eventually they're going to drop the hammer. They're going to cause both rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark, just like they're doing here. They gave them the UBI. It probably wasn't that many requirements. You probably just had to just sign up and, show them how much money you made or whatever. They see if you qualify, and then once you qualified, they allowed you to get comfortable and you don't have to work, and they're giving you enough money to pay your bills, and then boom, they're going to drop the hammer on you. Now, in order for you to get this, now it's going to, it's strings attached. Now it's requirements. Now either you got to do it or you're going to be cut off. See? It says, Lula says Brazilians can receive financial aid only if they have taken the Bolsa Familia will require vax certificates for participants and their children. We can't play, and you better believe in the future, man, that these VAXs are going to be more and more routine, They're going to have a goddamn VAX for every new strain of anything. Oh, we got a new cold virus out here. Now, in order for you to receive it, you got to take it. Oh, we got another one. You got to take it. It's just going to be a nonstop loop, man. You see? You can see how this devil operates. This is why we're not ignorant, man. This is how Esau works. He's very crafty. He's very slick. We know that he likes to do a thing called gradualism, man. Slow, it's like cooking the frog in the pot. You can't just put the frog in a pot with boiling hot water because he'll jump out. But if you put him in there with warm, tepid water and you slowly increase the temperature, he'll get comfortable to eventually he'll sit in there and boil himself alive, man. And that's what this devil is ultimately doing. So that's why we got to pay attention to what he's doing all across the world, because we know that this is how this devil operates. He's not going to just come out and just dunk you fully in this whole CBDC digital beast system. He's going to, little by little, and then eventually, boom. It's going to turn up the heat to where it's going to be that hour of temptation. And if you don't have faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and you're rooted and grounded, man, that temptation is going to seem like the best offer the best offer and the only offer that you have. But we know that, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that, that's not the end all be all. But for those who are not of the household of faith, those of our people who are not prepared, those of our people who are not in the know are going to be deceived by this damn devil, man. And you can see, how he's operating. So you can look at what he's doing in Brazil and you can get a good idea of how this devil is going to ultimately, how he's moving, man. All right. This is Revelations 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You see? So like I said, it's going to be a gradual step, Like I said, eventually the CB, after they crash this economy, they might make it to where you can get the CBDC somewhat kind of easy. They might give you a debit card or however, they're not going to just come out and just flush the MOTB down your throat. It's going to be a gradual step. They're going to deceive you, feed you, get you comfortable. And then eventually it's only going to be one way. Hey, now you got to take this. Now we got the system and the infrastructure up and running. Now, in order for you to receive your social credit score and get money and get food and get electricity and power, this is the only way you're going to be able to get it, man. A lot of people are going to be tempted. They're going to get weak and they're going to, be deceived by this. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And in that case in Brazil, you can't buy anything or get your universal basic income or your money every month unless you're constantly fully, stabbed up. And we know how, eventually it's going to lead to, what it's saying here. You're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you come and get down with this new system and receive this new, So I just wanted to just do that, man. It's not going to be a very long lesson, but, that's why it's important to pay attention to what they're doing in these third world and these poorer countries, because those are really the testing grounds on how, eventually they're going to bring it here to the States. And it's going to get more and more draconian. It's going to get more and more in their face. It's going to get more and more serious. And, And it's going to be like that here in the States pretty soon, man. So we got to stay prayed up, man. Stay watching, stay in the spirit, and pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is with us, and we're part of the elect, so we can overcome and get the victory over Esau, his UB High, his VAXs, and eventually his Karagma and his MOTB, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, put in the spirit of me and do this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.